For the past 6.5 years, I've been diving into what I think to be a really interesting topic, learning. How learning works and how we can do it better. To summarize what I've discovered on that journey, we have to start where everybody starts when they talk about learning. And that's by talking about tigers. This tiger right here, let me tell you about this guy. He lives in a zoo, and he's not too happy about that. Every single day, it spends 24/7 inside of the cage. Every meal is hand-delivered. It always has tiger breakfast, tiger lunch, tiger dinner, every single day. This zoo tiger never really struggles because it never experiences the things that lead to struggle. Like problems, challenges, obstacles, change. Those things don't happen in the zoo. Not many problems to solve in your cage, definitely not much change to deal with. And as far as tigers are concerned, this tiger has the easiest life a tiger could ever have. That's one end of the tiger spectrum. On the other end of the tiger spectrum is this tiger. This tiger lives in the jungle. And I think we can all agree that the jungle tiger's life is like way more difficult than the zoo tiger's. Why? Because a jungle tiger, you're on your own. You have to hunt and find water and protect yourself, and you have to do those things every day. Also, jungle tigers can't specialize. Like you can't go out to find food and come up empty-handed and go, hunting's not for me. But I'm gonna specialize in finding water. That's not gonna work in the jungle. You gotta be able to do it all. Doing it all is hard. As far as struggle is concerned, the amount of struggle that a jungle tiger would face compared to a zoo tiger, off the charts. Because every day it's gonna face some sort of problem, challenge, obstacle, or change. It will struggle on a daily basis. Two very different environments. What would happen if we took our friend the zoo tiger and we put it into the jungle? It's in trouble. Because it doesn't have any of the skills that would allow it to survive in the wild. It doesn't know how to hunt because it's spent its whole life in the cage. Now there are no guarantees, but I think we can all agree that the jungle tiger has a better shot of surviving in the wild than the zoo tiger. Why? Because it has those skills. The jungle tiger learned to survive in the wild by living in the wild. This had nothing to do with their tools. Both tigers had the same tools. They both had stripes, a tail, and teeth. The difference was in the skills they developed and the environment that led to those skills. The environment that was more difficult and full of struggle allowed the jungle tiger to do something that the zoo tiger could never do. Now some of you are picking up on this, that this is not a story about tigers. This is a story about us. This is a story about you and me and how we're built to learn. I have the coolest job that there is because I get to travel around the world and teach people about learning. But I think the coolest thing about my job is how much I get to learn and who I get to learn from. I get to hang out with the authors and professors and the scientists, the people in the trenches that have devoted decades to researching learning. One of the most important principles to come out of that research is no matter who we are, no matter how old we are, and no matter what we're trying to learn, people learn the best when we operate at the edge of our abilities and a little outside of our comfort zone. That's where we learn the best. The truth about comfort zones is everybody in this room has a comfort zone. They come in all shapes and sizes, but we all have them. If we spend all of our time in our comfort zone, we can certainly say that it's easy there, that we look good there, that we don't struggle very much there. Our comfort zone is the zoo. If we do only the things we're good at, only the things that are easy and comfortable, just like the zoo tiger, we're limiting our development. We're built to learn like jungle tigers. And here's the cool part. You already know this. Everybody knows this. I've given this talk to kindergartners and I've given this talk to Major League Baseball players and everybody in between. Every single person to ever hear the talk would agree, yep, the jungle tiger approach, definitely a better approach. Which means on paper we get this. Here's the problem. Tigers don't have a choice. You either live in the zoo or live in the jungle. That doesn't change. We do have a choice. Every single day, no matter who we are or what we do, we're presented jungle tiger moments. Problems, challenges, obstacles, change. And every time we're presented a jungle tiger moment, we get to choose to learn from it and experience it, or to hide from it and avoid it. The choice being to jungle tiger that moment or to zoo tiger. If we're going to be honest with one another, more times than not, we choose to zoo tiger. Do you see the problem? On paper we get this, but more times than not we choose to zoo tiger. But I'll be fair, everyone in here has done their fair share of jungle tigering, without a doubt. Jungle tigering happens in all different shapes and sizes. Jungle tigering could simply be asking a question or speaking up. It's applying for a job, applying to get into a school. Jungle tigering is volunteering for a project out of our comfort zone. Jungle tigering is the little girl flying down the hill who just took her training wheels off and she's freaking out a little bit. We've all done that, and that's how we've developed all of the things that we're good at.